Harry, this is Lord Potato, and this is What If Naruto was the reincarnation of Izuna Uchiha, Part 9, the end of this What If. Yes, now, let me mention one thing. Yes, I'm going to end this What If today, or try to. I don't feel that tired, I mean, kind of, probably. I did sleep a while ago, but I don't know if that did help me or anything. I just took a little nap. That was 2 hours long. But not the point. What's it called? I also want to mention something. This is part 9 of this What If, and I'm also going to try to finish what's called What If Naruto was beaten near to death for doing part 7 for that one. But I gotta rewatch that first, and then I'll go through it, but not the point. So this is part 9, and I am going to end it here. Like I kind of ended what's it called, the Torberma What If one. But yeah. Now, let me go into this What If, and let me shut the fuck up, but yeah. Okay? So yeah, is there anything I want to say? No, not really. I'm also gonna probably go back into some Black Clover what ifs and try to finish those because there were some that I barely even finished. But yeah, but not the point. Let me begin into this what if and let me shut the fuck up less. But yeah, or shut the fuck up more. But yeah, but let's begin. So we begin into the kind of world or mostly summoning world that Naruto was in. This world kind of is full of, these kind of fluffy blue, orange nose, top hat animals that kind of look like lion, goats, and unicorns mixed all together. Now, of course, these are Hittes. Now, Hittes are these little creatures. Yeah, fuck sake. Let me zoom in. So these little fluffy little creatures. Yeah, they're really okay, but. There's where we're at. This is where, right now, in the middle of all of them, there's someone right now meditating. This is where he opened his eyes. And of course, it's a very greenish color with an omega symbol right now on top of his eyes. One of his eyes. Well, an omega and an axo. Meaning that the axo is kind of like a fish. You know how you can draw that, like, first step in how to make a fish? That little line, that kind of looks like a what's called infinity symbol, but a little part is taken out, so it looks like a kind of fish, whatever. I don't know how to say it out, but yeah, that's what it kind of looks like. But of course, he opened his eyes, and this is where he closed them, and this is where he then just opened them back again, being his normal dark blue eyes. That's where he gets up and looks at the Hittite leader. The Hittite leader says, "Hello there, Izuna-kun." Or Naruto-kun. Or not Naruto-kun, Naruto-sama. Naruto says, "Hello, Hitte, boss." That's where the Hitte says, "Yep." Or, yeah, I want to call him Hitte, okay, whatever. But of course, Naruto says, "How long has it been?" This is where, Hitte says, "It's been 4 years. But since in this world, time flows a little bit different, I guess you could say it's probably been about, it's been about a couple of years here. But since you don't age and we don't age that well in this world, it's been 4 years. But it's been longer out, in here than there. This is where, in here it's actually been about, what's it called? So, of course, this is where, a year outside is a year outside. But in this summoning world, it's actually different. Time flows 4 years passing by. So a year outside is actually 1 year. In here it's actually 4 years. So Naruto should be the age around, he trained here at 13. But he should be the age of, 200, not 200, mostly 269, since it would have been 256 years he has been in here. But really, his age didn't really change. Mostly it changed from the outside world. Pretty much the Hittite kind of made him stay alive, and he actually mastered something that made him also stay alive. So he's actually been what's called 17. He looks 17, and he is 17, but he has the mindscape of like a 260-year-old person. Of course, he has lots of knowledge and lots of plans. He has like 3 plans step ahead. That's where, his hair became much longer. So like this image down here. So his hair is much longer. And of course, he's wearing like this grayish kind of outfit, grayish and blackish. This is where, well, he looks just like what's it called, Izuna. And of course, where, well, he does kind of say, so, I'm now 17. Good. Well, time to go outside. Thank you again, Hitei-sama. This is where, well, mostly, his name, the Hitei, mostly boss summoning, is, what's it called, his name is, Jaigo-sama. And of course, this is where, well, Naruto says, thank you again, Jaigo-sama. This is where, well, Jaigo says, you're welcome. Well, it's time for you to go. That's where Naruto, kind of summoned him back into what to call, well, came back into the human world. And of course, where Naruto was now in his room and all that. This is where, well, he looks much taller. He actually wasn't called 6'1". He's actually became way taller. In the Hitei world, he didn't eat just bugs and animals like in the Toad War and all that. No, well, mostly the Hitei doesn't eat that because they don't eat insects. They eat what's it called, meat and other stuff, and yeah. This is where, well, he was eating kind of fruit and vegetables, and of course some meat, because Hitei did bring it also, but yeah. Just so Naruto can grow big and strong. Of course, this is where, well, Naruto, he says, well, it's been about 4 years. He opens the door, and of course, the first thing he sees is what's it called? Well, a girl with brownish hair, with very longish brownish hair, kind of what's it called, her kimono, and of course, it's kind of like suppressing her kind of, well, large acids in her front mostly, and of course, where, well, she kind of takes it off because she thought that no one was home and all that. So of course, she takes off her kind of thing, and this is where, well, when Naruto opens the door, he said, nope, never mind. He decides to kind of fall back to sleep and say, fuck that. And this is where, well, the girl with brownish hair realized that someone was home, and this is where she kind of tightens back her kimono and says, is someone here? This is where Naruto decides to go outside and say, Mogi, what are you doing? This is where Mogi says, Naruto. This is where, well, her face is nothing but red. This is where Naruto says, oh god. Look, I didn't see anything. Don't scream out anything. This is where Mogi, instead of screaming, she kind of ran towards him and just jumped on him and hugged him. This is where, well, they did fall down because Naruto wasn't expecting to be tackled down. So, of course, this is where they fell down. This is where Naruto says, he's dizzy now. This is where Mogi says, Naruto. This is where, well, Naruto says, hey, Mogi. This is where, well, Mogi says, I didn't expect it to be back. Wait, when? It's been 4 years, so yeah. Also, I did take a couple more months in that summoning world, so yeah. 4 years and a month and a half. That's where Mogi says, jerk. This is where, well, Naruto says, what, were you expecting me to come back on my birthday? Yes. Naruto says, well, too bad. That's where Naruto stuck out his tongue just because he wanted to be a tease. This is where, well, she grabbed him from the face, lifted him up, and this is where, well, Naruto realized what she was doing. This is where Naruto kind of, well, it jumped out of her grasp, and this is where Naruto says, whoa, Mogi, calm down. I know you're excited to see me, but is it really necessary to force yourself upon me? This is where, well, Mogi's angry and blushing and flustered and says, shut up. You look way too good for, well, being a 17-year-old. That's where Naruto says, so you know this. Yeah, sure. Naruto's long black hair, and of course the fact that he looks just like a Izuna, being really kind of adorable and all that. And of course, where, well, mostly adorable and handsome and all that, and this is where, well, Naruto says, well, too bad, sorry, I can't let you just do that to me. This is where, well, Mugi says, well, I was only just going to try to welcome you back. This is where Naruto says, sure you were. Well, Naruto kind of lands back down because Naruto was kind of on the wall and all that, and this is where he lands back down. This is where Naruto says, still, I'm gonna have to go see Laura and what's it called, Estef. You know, they'll be really angry if you would have done that. Mugi kind of pouts and says, yeah, whatever. This is where, well, Naruto just hugs her and says, still, I wouldn't mind, but you know how they are. This is where, well, Mugi kind of blushes, but yeah. This is where, well, Naruto says, well, gotta go. This is where, well, Naruto disappears from her. Right now it's just poofing on the smoke, and this is where, well, she says, was that a clown? When the... This is where, well, The real Naruto is right now just jumping outside the Kage well, mostly around the Leaf Village, and this is where his clone just smashed members into his head. This is where, well, he then kind of grins and says, "Damn, you fucking clone." This is where, well, Naruto just grins a little bit more. This is where, well, he then jumps on more buildings. Of course, being really silent. Every step that he takes is really freaking silent. This is where, well, Naruto says, "Time to go see what the Kage is doing." This is where, well, he goes to see Tsunade, and of course, Tsunade just get a mostly a message about what's it called. The Kazekage being, well, kidnapped. Of course, already sent a team and all that. And this is where when Naruto lands and what's it called in front of her. Mostly because Naruto kind of went through the window really fast and landed right in front of her. This is where Naruto says, "Hello there, Lady Tsunade." This is where Naruto bowed down like a very gentleman and all that. This is where he had his hand underneath him, and of course his other hand, mostly his, what's it called, right hand behind him, right now bowing down like a gentleman and all that, in front of Tsunade. This is where Tsunade turns around and says, "Ah, Naruto." This is where Naruto says, "Hello." This is where, well, Tsunade says, did he become much taller?" This is where she kind of went to go kind of be next to him, and she realized he is so much taller. This is where Naruto says, "So, what is happening?" Tsunade says, "Wait, no. Naruto, you remember about the Kazekage, right?" This is where Naruto says, "Yeah." Well, the newest Kazekage is, well, Gaara from the sand. That's where Naruto says, "Oh, he did become Kage. Interesting. So what's wrong?" "He got kind of kidnapped by the Akazes, and I need you to go rescue him. I already sent a team containing of Laura, Estef, Shikamaru, and, well, Hinata Hyuga, just because, well, Hinata will be able to see where was it called, the, well, Katsukage will be at, but yeah." This is where Naruto says, "Oh, interesting. No Jonin?" "Well, you see here, Shikamaru has just become Jonin after a couple of years you left, and, well, Laura and Estef has been the same. Hinata's only Chunin, but they're all Jonin, mostly." That's where Naruto says, "And what do you need me to do?" "Well, go. You're a Jinchuriki. You'll probably have a connection towards the One-Tails." Naruto says, "You're probably right. Well, I've gotta be going then." That's where Naruto, he kinda, like, opens the window and says, "Don't worry, this will be ending just a quick flash." That's where, well, Tsunade says, "What are you talking about?" Naruto says, "Oh, nothing." That's where Naruto, he looks outside, and of course, where, well, he was like about to jump, and of course, Tsunade thinks that he was just gonna body flicker until his body right now just became these greenish flames. And of course, this is where he transformed his whole body into a greenish flame, well, mostly having wings. That's where he's flying towards, what's it called? Well, not greenish. He didn't like, what's it called? Just transform his back to having wings. He actually transformed into a full phoenix. This is where, well, he actually had, what's it called? The Hittite actually allowed him to summon, well, not summon, actually kind of allowed him to, well, sign under the contract, and that was the phoenix. The only reason why is because, well, Hittite will allow Naruto to summon them most of the time, but it's good enough if Naruto can just transform his flames into, well, like a phoenix. So, of course, Naruto did train with a Hittite for 2 years, well, yeah, all 4 years, but a couple months with the phoenix. But yeah, so of course Naruto kind of learned his, well, way into actually transforming into a phoenix with his greenish shaded flames. So of course, this is where he starts flying in high speeds. Right now, breaking the sound barrier, and of course, actually going at lightning speed. This is where, well, he's actually going much faster than lightning speed, between lightning and light speed. This is where, well, Naruto is getting towards what they call the Sand Village in an instant. Just very fast. Not that fast, but still fast enough. Faster than what's called the original team had it to come. This is where, well, Naruto lands down to the, what's it called, Sand Village. And of course, this is where he was a phoenix anyway. And this is where he transformed out of it and kind of stood right in front of Tamari. Tamari won her eyes and said, "Huh?" This is where, well, Naruto says, "Hello." This is where, well, Tamari says, "Who are you? Are you with the Kazukai? Oh, well, not Kazukai. Are you with the Akatsuki?" Naruto says, I don't have reddish clouds on my, what's it called, cloak, so no." This is where, well, Tamari says, "Then who are you?" This is where Naruto says, the name is Naruto Uzumaki Uchiha. I was sent by Lady Tsunade to kind of retrieve back, well, the Kazekage from the Akazis. This is where, when Tamari just glances at Naruto, she wants her eyes, even believing that this is Naruto. The same guy that defeated what's it called, the Kazekage and even Orochimaru before. But of course, this guy seems to be much taller and much more powerful when he can legit just transform into a phoenix right in front of her. Well, mostly just transform, but yeah. That's where, well, Naruto says, I feel like you have evidence in where they will mostly be at. This is where Tamari says, well, we do, but problem is, Kankuro got poisoned. And this is where Naruto says, God, I can heal him. This is where, well, Tamari nodded. This is where, well, Naruto summons out the Hittite when he gets near Kankuro, and this is where the Hittite kind of appears. This is where it cries a little bit, but this is where it starts healing what's called Kankuro in an instant. This is where Naruto says, thank you again, what's it called, Vian Sama. This is where, well, the Hittite named Vian, and this is where Vian does nod and says, you're welcome, Naruto, Kun. This is where it starts to look at Naruto, and this is where, well, it poof away. Naruto says, this is where, well, Kankuro wakes up and says, what just happened? I feel much more powerful and stronger. Well, your heal, but also your chakra might have increased after that. Vian Sama is actually one of the strongest, what's it called, well, medical healers in what's it called, the Hittite clan. This is where, well, Kankuro nodded slowly, but confusing what the fuck a Hittite in the first is. This is where, well, Naruto says, not the point. Tell me, where did, what's it called, the Akashis take Kazekage Gaara? This is where, well, Kankuro says to the north. Why? This is where, well, Naruto says, and I just passed by the north. Okay. Well, I should be going. This is where Chiyo says, I'll be going with you. Sorry, I'm only a one-person ride. You can't barely keep up with me. Just go with the other team that's supposed to go be here. This is where Tamari says, what do you mean other team? This is where Naruto says, oh, Shika, also known as Shikamaru Noa, Estef, what's it called? Well, Estef, this is where, well, Naruto, Estef Frosto, and also, well, Estef Yuki, mostly because, yeah, that's her actual original name, or mostly last name. And this is where, well, I was about to just say Frosto, but nah, it's not this one that, mostly Estef is another, whatever, never mind. But mostly Estef Yuki, and also Laura Uchiha, Laura Uchiha, and also Hinata Hyuga will be in here in a couple of minutes. When the last time I saw them, they were pretty close to the Sand Village. I should be going now. It's where, well, Tamari says, you don't want to regroup with your team? They don't even know I'm here. Mostly when I met Tsunade, they already left, so I should be going anyway. I don't want the Akashi to be taking the Jinchuriki out of Wakara, should I? Or the Biju. That's what Tamari says. Well, that is true. This is where her face was a little bit red. When Naruto kind of mentioned Shikamaru, her face was kind of a little bit red. And Naruto noticed that a little bit. Naruto still wanted to figure out what Shikamaru's face was all red about that day before he kind of left to his training schedule. This is where, well, he kind of grins and thinking, so, this is a princess of the Sand Village and the lazy Narwhal are actually getting along pretty well. Interesting. Naruto grins, and this is where Naruto just says, well, gotta go. This is where Naruto gets outside. This is where he transforms into a phoenix. Also, he jumps up in the air and transforms his body into a phoenix, and right now flies off in an instant. This is where pretty damn fast, going to north to see where the Kazekage will be at. This is where when Shikamaru and the others arrive, this is where they get mentioned that Naruto was there, well, mostly here, but of course going to north. This is where both Laura and Esther wind their eyes and kind of gets angry at the fact that they didn't get, well, to say hi or anything, or Naruto didn't even wait to be in the Sand Village. Naruto, he gets to, well, a place that, well, he uses his kind of, what's it called? Well, mostly, he doesn't use anything because, first of all, he only has a control over Shikaku. But he doesn't know if Gaara is fully unconscious and they're somehow extracting him and unable for him to use the illusion with what's called Shikaku. That's the word, well. He says, nah, never mind, she just fly around. That's the word, well. He then asks with the car, well, Kurama about where maybe he can track with the Kashikaku. Somehow. This is where Kurama says, I'm glad you asked. I thought you were taking forever and realized that I was still here, you dumbass. This is where, well, Naruto says, don't be so angry. Whatever. He will be down there. You know that cave right there? The cave doesn't have a freaking, entrance? It does. It's right now blocked. This is where Naruto looked closer and realized it is blocked. Naruto, he lands down. Naruto lands down right in front of, well, the kind of cave. And this is where, well, Naruto says, I'm guessing there probably was traps before I can go in there, right? No shit, what do you expect? Kurama said. Naruto says, you don't need to be mean, but I should definitely go in there. This is where Naruto walks in, and of course, this is where, well, Naruto just destroys the rock, the giant boulder that was in front of him, burning in an instant. Right now, melting through it with his jadish flames. Like, he only swings his hand once, and of course, he cuts the, what's it called, rock in half. With greenish flames in his hand. That's where, well, Naruto, he walks through, and of course, this is where traps started setting off, and multiple things started exploding right in front of him. Both what's it called, Deidara and Sasori stop attack, well, mostly taking the chakra out of what's it called, the Kazekage, because he realized an idiot just fell for the traps. He didn't even fucking dodge. That's their, well, one thing that they were laughing at, but yeah. This is where, well, he says, ha, that idiot didn't laugh. This is where, well, before, what's it called, Deidara can even keep laughing, he just got punched in the face in an instant. This is where, well, the person that just punched him was someone that had multiple, well, kunais right now stabbed in front of him, and multiple, what's it called, wounds right now bleeding from his body. And this is where, well, they just heal in an instant with his greenish flames. This is where, well, Naruto says, oh, please shut the fuck up and cry me a fucking river. This is where, well, Naruto did have these, what's it called, kunais that had poison in them, but they heal in an instant. Well, mostly destroy the poison, destroy the kunais, and just melting them. And this is where, well, a Sasori tries to attack, well, Naruto, but Naruto rips through, what's it called, Sasori, and what's it called, his puppets, by summoning out a Hitte, and the Hitte just blasts Sasori in an instant. Just blasting him through the puppet, and out of the puppet, crushing him into the, what's it called, well, earth, mostly into the stone wall. This is what, well, Sasori tries to get up, but he's unable because this high water pressure does smash him through into the wall, so indented his ass in there. This is where they kind of say, damn it, we were so close in taking the Shikaku out of him. Damn it. Only a fucking 50% we managed to take out of him. Naruto says, 50%? Damn, you suck. This is where, well, Deidara says, shut up! This is where he says, because I'm gonna make you shut up with my art. Art is an explosion. This is where he noticed Naruto's eyes, and they were just having this greenish color. This is where Naruto says, look into my eyes. This is where, well, Naruto says, Ikoi, Kyoka Sugetsu. This is where, well, Deidara right now saw that, and this is where, well, he then kind of realized that the illusion was only very quick. But this is where, well, Naruto appeared right in front of him, punching him in the face. This is where, well, he realized it might have been just a small illusion, but he gets punched into the wall again and making another indent. This time, he's indented upside down, because, yeah, or not upside down, mostly sideways. Mostly the left sideways, his head is in the left side, but yeah. This is where, well, he then gets out getting angry, and this is where Naruto is just grinning at him. This is where Sasori managed to get out of it, and this is where Sasori was about to, what's it called, or mostly, not Sasori, Deidara and Sasori were about to attack him, and this is where Deidara says, whatever illusion that was, screw you. This is where he sends what's called a explosion bird at Naruto, and Sasori right now pierces, what's it called, not Deidara, Naruto. This is where Naruto gets pierced with swords in his chest, and this is where Naruto goes, I might have been too weak to kill you. This is where the bird hit him and exploded him. But this is where, well, Both Sasori and Deidara thought they actually did it, but really, in reality, Sasori was actually exploded into a million pieces. And this is where reality fully hits Deidara. Naruto was like right next to him saying, "So, it looks like you killed your comrade." That was a very powerful explosion bird, I just noticed. Yes, they did add a lot of what's it called chakra to the explosion bird to try to kill Naruto in one shot because he doesn't know how powerful Naruto is. But he thought he'd kill him, well, both Sasori and what's it called, him kill him, but really, Deidara was seeing this from another image and thought he actually killed Naruto, but really, he killed Sasori. The sword Deidara said, "How?" This is where Naruto says, "You don't need to know how." Naruto kicked him in the fucking head, right now smashing his skull into the, what's it called? Well, into the other side of the kind of, well, cave side. Smashing him into the wall. Deidara gets out, and this is where he is kind of dizzy because he just got his skull just smashed into the kind of earth side. But yeah, multi the wall. That's where, well, he looks up and sees Naruto. Well, Naruto just ignoring him and walking towards what's it called, well, Gaara. This is where Naruto says, "Well, I should be taking him." Naruto said, "Well, goodbye, sucker." This is where, well, Deidara says, "No, you don't. I won't let you defeat me." This is where Naruto grins. And this is where, well, Deidara tries to attack what's it called, Naruto. But we go into a time skip of only like 5 minutes. This is where, well, Deidara is right now up in the air, having his arm ripped off clean. And of course, one of his legs, of course, is where he's trying to use clay to kind of like patch it up together, but he has his right arm off. Even with what's it called, the special ability that's right now in his right eye that's covered up to get rid of any illusions. He tried to use it against Naruto, but he managed to get rid of some illusions, but he doesn't know fully on what Naruto used against him. He thought it was just a basic weakling ass genjutsu, it wasn't that strong. But he doesn't know what Naruto's planning for him. But yeah. That's where, well, Naruto's just grinning with his evilish grin, but yeah. This is where, well, Deidara is leaving, but yeah. This is where Naruto, he isn't that wounded no more. Mostly his clothes is ripping all that and torn. Just a little bit, but this is where they start healing pretty easily. The clothes are just kind of putting itself back together pretty easily. This is where, well, Naruto says, "Thank God for those regeneration clothes. Now I never need to go buy clothes ever again." This is where, well, Kurama says, "Jesus Christ, kid. Do you really have to just, well, you know what, I'm not going to say anything." This is where Naruto says, "Wow, okay." This is where, well, Naruto to bring out Hite to kind of heal Gaara, just to heal that amount of chakra that he kind of lost. This is where Gaara woke up and then thanked Naruto. This is where, well, when some people manage to mostly arrive towards the scene, they see Naruto and Gaara just kind of shaking hands. This is where Naruto's grinning while Gaara's kind of smiling at him. This is where, well, Naruto turns to the side of him and sees, well, Laura and Estef just got there, and this is where, well, both of them are just having this emotion of happiness to see him, but in the same time being extremely pissed to see him. This is where Naruto says, "Oh shit, they're angry." This is where Kurama says, "I'm thinking you should run." This is where Naruto was about to run until Ice actually managed to grab his feet. And this is where Naruto says, "Holy shit, the ice got faster." This is where, well, Laura appears right now, right in front of him, clocking him in the face. And this is where Naruto gets smashed to the ground. This is where Naruto, well, smashes his face down to the ground and says, "Ow, that hurted like a bitch." This is where Naruto, he's right now bleeding from his nose. And this is where both Laura and SF, well, kind of right now on top of him and saying, "You're not leaving us." This is where, well, they said it at the same time, kind of creepily. And this one, Naruto kind of switch up and say, "You girls are interesting. It seems you girls became very strong and big and very cute at the same time." This is where, well, both of their faces are blushing, but yeah. This is where Naruto is just grinning like an evil madman, but yeah. This is where, well, they both say "shut up" towards Naruto, and Naruto says, Wow. Naruto looked at this and says, "So, who's gonna give me a kiss?" This is where, well, both of them blush and just look away, and this is where Naruto just laugh and all that, just giggling because it's funny to him. But yeah, this is where, well, we go into a time skip of getting back to the Sand Village. And of course, where, well, Hinata was pretty much useless in this kind of mission because Naruto was the one to kind of find the Kazekage and all that. And of course, this is where, well, she was kind of saddened, but yeah. Of course, where, well, I think I mentioned that she likes Sasuke and all that. I think this would have was, yeah, I think it was in this one. So of course, where, well, she is kind of depressed when Sasuke left, but yeah, because she was a fangirl towards Sasuke. But yeah, this is what, well, she then sees the other Uchiha named Naruto, but Naruto seems to be already having like 3 girls around him most of the time. But yeah, this is what, well, we get back to the Leaf Village, but one person stayed in the Sand Village talking to a girl. Mostly a girl with blondish hair and 4 ponytails, and a boy with mostly having black hair and a ponytail. That's where Naruto managed to find them secretly kind of talking. That's where Naruto says, "So, when are you two going to finally get along with each other, go out, maybe have kids?" This is where, well, Shikamaru right now blushes and says, "Shut up, Naruto." This is where he sends a darkness lightning slash without a sword. This is where it almost hits Naruto, and Naruto just laughs and giggles and says, "Come on, Shika, it's not that bad." This is where Shikamaru's blushing. This is where Tamari is also blushing. This is where, oh, Shika's pretty damn pissed at how Naruto is acting. This is where he says, "Get the fuck out of my fucking life. Get out of here." This is where he says, "Go." This is where Naruto acts kind of sad, like, kind of doing the walk of shame, but really he's just laughing inside. This is where, well, he's been with Kurama for about 4 years or even longer, mostly in the other world. But he kind of didn't get his mind that perverted or anything. He just kind of laughing because it's kind of funny to him. Just to mess around with people's love a little bit. But yeah. This is where, well, Naruto says, whatever. Naruto, he gets back to the Leaf Village where what's it called, Laura, SF, and Hinata. Because Shika does stay at the Sand Village for a while, but yeah. This is where, well, when Tsunade got the kind of message and other things and the report and all that, she's very grateful for Naruto for getting the Kazekage and all that, because their alliance would grow even stronger. And even much stronger when both Shika and Tamari kind of, you know what, get married. This is where, well, Naruto's laughing. This is where Tsunade, she knows that was a well, Shikamaru does stay in the Sand Village anytime he gets to just go to the Sand Village to kind of visit Tamari. But yeah, this is where, well, she knows about their kind of secret love and all that. This is where, well, it's supposed to be secret, but Tsunade knows about it, and Naruto, he already found out, and just going to be, well, making fun of Shika for a while. But yeah, this is where, well, Laura and SF won't actually make fun of what they call Shikamaru just because Shikamaru, that's his life. But yeah. But Naruto, he's been friends with what's it called Shikamaru for a while, so I mean, he's going to do that, tease him. But yeah. This is where, oh, with that happening, they managed to do that. And of course, where Naruto, he goes on a couple missions, mostly like a B to C, mostly B and C rank missions, but yeah. But of course, he first had to go to a test what's called fighting against, well, Kakashi Hatake. Because Kakashi Hatake is supposedly stronger than what's called his own sensei. Naruto, he basically fights against Kakashi by himself, no help towards his team or even his friends. And of course, where, well, Naruto, he fights against Kakashi, and Kakashi had to dodge a kick from the head, well, towards his head, had to duck down. And this is where when, what's it called, Kakashi was about to do what's it called in original canon, well, what's it called? You know how in original canon he tried to do the 1,000-year death towards Naruto again when he's older, but he didn't do it because, well, Naruto managed to psych him out. And this time, Naruto let it happen, but really it was an explosive clone when, what's it called, Kakashi did it. He says 1,000 years death. That's where everyone kind of smacked their heads, especially what's it called, well, Kakashi's, well, other students, like Sasuke and even what's it called, well, not Sasuke, mostly Tsunade. And Tsunade says, that guy is creepy half the time. That's where, well, when Kakashi says, "Huh, I defeated you." This is where it exploded, and this is where Kakashi, he gets actually blown off the way, and this is where he's like, right now, burnt. He says, "That was an explosive clone? Those are dangerous." This is where Naruto appears right next to him, saying, "Yeah, it was dangerous." This is where, well, Kakashi gets up and tries to back kick at Naruto. Naruto, he gets hit, but of course, it like goes through him thanks to the fact that he's been training with the Phoenixes a while. And of course, this is where, well, with the jaded, well, mostly his jaded flames, he can A, transform his body into a phoenix to fly, mostly manipulate it, and also manipulate it into kind of, what's it called, making it look like he just got a chunk kind of like taken out. Pretty much anything kind of just mostly phases through him. But yeah, that's where, well, Naruto's like, "Oh, you kill me." Kakashi says, "What the fuck?" Naruto says, "Psych." This is where Naruto regens that part pretty fast with just greenish flames, and it just went back to normal, and Naruto clocked him in the face, right now pushing him down to the ground, because that punch was powerful enough. This is where, well, Tsunade widened her eyes, and this is where Kakashi, he kind of gets up, and this is where, well, he sees Naruto walking away, and this is where Kakashi says, this is where he starts crackling with lightning in his hand. This is where he says, "Chidori!" This is where Naruto turns around and sees the Chidori getting close to him. This is where Naruto yawns. And this is where, well, he just smiles at Kakashi. And this is where Naruto, he kind of looks up. And this is where, well, Naruto didn't activate his, well, Sharingan or anything. But this is where, well, Naruto then just kind of pushes his, what's it called, hand in front of him. Mostly his left hand. And this is where something appears in his left hand, like some kind of N, but it mostly looks like the Omega symbol. And this is where greenish flames appear, and this is where he says, "Omega Shield." This is where, well, Omega Jade Emperor Flame Shield. This is where, when Kakashi pierces through the shield, it didn't do anything. He was trying to get through, but instead it just bounces him off. This is where, well, Kakashi was confused, but this is where, well, Naruto then says, "Gravity Push." This is where, well, he uses the Omega symbol still to kind of just make a symbol on top of Kakashi and just push him down to the ground. This is where, well, he's kind of putting his hand lower and lower, and this is where Kakashi is being indented to the ground. This is where Kakashi's saying, "What is this?" This is where, well, Naruto appears right now with his fist, well, mostly his left hand being encoded in green flames, and this is where he says, mostly devastation, greenish flame punch. This is where he smashes into, smashes the fist into, well, Kakashi chest, and this is where Kakashi goes, he is knocked out. But yeah, Naruto says, "Sorry about that, Kakashi." This is where, well, Naruto's hand went back into normal, but yeah, he didn't pierce him, mostly it was just a punch to knock him out, because it did kind of have steel under what's called his fist. Even though it looked like just green flame, he did add a steel into his arm just to clock what's it called, well, mostly indented his, what's it called, steel punch into, well, Kakashi. But yeah, this is where, well, with that happening, his flat jacket had a hole, mostly a burn mark hole, because, yeah. But of course, his chest was having a bunch of, what's it called, broken bones. But yeah. This is where, well, with that happening, everyone widened their eyes. And of course, this is where Laura, Esaf, and even Mogi appear, kind of rushing towards him. This is where, well, Tayu also rushes towards him and just kind of hug him. Well, they all jump on him and hug him. This is where Naruto says, "Wait, wait, wait." This is where Naruto was actually about to use his greenish flames to just phase through. But instead, he just didn't do that. So, of course, he just fell down. But yeah, we go into about 10 minutes later. But yeah, they're all kind of celebrating in how Naruto really defeated Kakashi. Even though he was a Jonin for only a couple of weeks when he got promoted. But now he's a Jonin back. And he's not low Jonin. He was promoted to be low Jonin after a couple of weeks. But right now, he's not low Jonin. He's at least Kage level right now. This is where, well, Tsunade sees the efficient, well, mostly the efficient and expert in his, what's it called, flames and power and all that, and how Naruto is. But yeah, that's how efficient he is. He's like a Kage at least. He has the mind of a Kage. He probably has the sight of being a Kage and all them other things. This is where Tsunade kind of asks the question towards Naruto. "Do you want to be a Kage, Naruto?" This is where Naruto says, "Nope." This is where Tsunade says, You didn't even hear me out." Naruto says, "Nope, nope, 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 nope. No thanks." Don't think so, like Tsunade. This is where Tsunade crumbles and gets angry, just like, I'm being stuck with this job. Fuck, I don't wanna. That's where, well, he then says, why don't you just let Jiraiya take it? Jiraiya says, you don't see me being here. This is what Tsunade says. Get over here, motherfucker. And I'm gonna make sure I keep an eye on you when you become Kage. And that's what Jiraiya says, shit, gotta run. This is where, well, Tsunade says, get your ass back here, boy. This is where Jiraiya says, no! Now, Naruto thinks this is really pretty much funny as hell to him to see what's it called, Jiraiya being chased down by Tsunade, and of course he's just laughing all that. That's where, well, he kind of just laughed a little bit, and of course, where, well, he then noticed what's it called, Laura, Estef, and what's it called, Mogi, and even what's it called, Tayo looking at him, and they kind of all have these kind of reddish faces. That's why Naruto says, what are you looking at me? Is it because, well, of me kind of eating, or what? You know, you girls are kind of perverted. This is where their faces become even more red, and they say, shut up, Naruto. This is where Naruto says, oh, come on. I'm just joking with you. That's where Naruto just laughs, but yeah. This is where, well, we go into a time skip later on, and this is where, well, mostly some of the Akatsuki's managed to get like the two tails. Well, kind of the two tails. Mostly the two tails, well, she was taking the 3 tails, 4 tails, 5 tails, 6 tails, 7 tails, 8 tails was actually still in the, was called, well, in that village, mostly in the Cloud Village, but yeah. Naruto didn't really save the other tail bees. This is because he didn't really give a care. He didn't really care about their lives or anything. He's not like original canon Naruto where he actually cares about everyone. This Naruto is just relaxed and doesn't care that much. He's actually only cares about goals, kind of, mostly plans and goals that actually help him to succeed his goal. But yeah, if you think about this, his personality is not like original canon Naruto, but a little bit like what they call Sosuke Aizen from Bleach. But yeah, his plans are unknown to everyone, and the only thing that people know is that he just wants to become stronger. That's why he was training pretty damn hard. But yeah, that's somewhere. Well, Naruto, he then gets up from him taking a nap. But yeah, that's where, well, Naruto, he opened one of his eyes, and that's where, well, his eye just activates into the green, mostly greenish MS. That's where, well, he says, illusion, time seeing, future. That's where, well, he opened his eyes, and this is where he sees the future. He sees in about a week something's going to happen, like an event, and this is where he says, so that's what's going to happen. Okay, he gets up. He kind of used this ability kind of yesterday to see what would happen today, but yeah. He said, well, mostly just illusion to see in about a week, or not a week, a month. After what's it called today, but yeah. Of course, in a week, an event is going to happen, but yeah. That's where, well, he goes off to kind of, well, do what he needs to do today, and that is kind of go help Shika and what's it called, Asuma, to kind of fight, not Shika and Asuma, mostly Shika and what's it called, Ino, what's it called, Choji, and, well, Kakashi, and also Naruto's going to be there to kind of defeat, well, two Akatsuki members named, well, Hidan and Katsu, but yeah. That's where, well, the same thing original canon still happens. They're already fighting them, and when Naruto gets there, he sees what's it called, well, Katsu fighting against what's it called, well, Kakashi and everyone else, and he doesn't see Hidan. He already knows that Hidan was already taken out thanks to Shika's, what's it called, Shadow, what's it called, Mark. It actually became much stronger over the 4 years, but he became much, much more powerful over the fact that his sensei died. Naruto knew that that was going to happen, but he could have helped it and prevented it, but he knew that Mark would actually go and become much stronger into Shika to make him much powerful user over the Mark. That's where, well, Shika, we go into, well, what happened against Hidan. Hidan was laughing and saying, do you think you're gonna be able to take me on? This is where Shika says, take you on? No, I'm planning to murder you and chop you to pieces. That's why Shuka made two swords, one next to him, that he pulls out of the ground. And of course, these swords were actually different from just being a normal shadow sword. It was actually like darkness manipulation he was actually doing. Which he was. He pulls out two swords. And these two swords are actually powerful as hell. He pulls out these two swords from the ground. And they look like kind of medium kind of swords, but yeah, they're not long swords or what's it called, short swords. So it's like a medium sword. This one is called Yami. Well, this one is called Kuruma, and this one is called Yami. But yeah. So when Shikamaru pulls out those two swords, he rushes towards what's called Hiran. Hiran swings his scythe down, but this is where when he kind of hit what's it called, Shikamaru, he turned into darkness sludge and falls down and appear behind what's it called, well, Hiran's shadow. This is where, well, Shikamaru rushes and speed what's it called, blitz what's it called, Hiran so fast that he cuts Hiran to a million pieces. That's where well, not Naruto, Shikamaru then kind of lights up what's it called, the strings with, well, the kind of, not strings, mostly he kind of smashed the ground with one of his swords, making the, what's it called, a hole appear that he already planned out. And that's where strings appear underneath it and all that, and having a explosion attacks, and that's where, well, Shika throws his, what's it called, lighter, like a original cannon, to bury, well, Hiran underneath forever. But yeah. This is where, well, Shika says, fuck you, you fucking loser. Shika went to go fight against, well, Kaksu. Now, of course, Kaksu had all his, what's it called, mostly 4 hearts still intact, with one of them being destroyed thanks to Kakashi. That's where Naruto says, she'll get down there. Or, nah. That's where Naruto says, creation. This greenish flame appear, and of course, where it created into an arrow. And this is where he pulls out a bow. And this is where he kind of aims the arrow straight, well, mostly the bow and arrow, straight towards the Kaksu. That's where he says the name. This is where, well, Naruto's bow and arrow right now changes. The flames of the Jadish flames right now changes to being golden flames. And this is where he says the name, Apollin's bow and arrow. This is where, well, he sends the arrow straight towards what's called Kaksu. It hits through Kaksu's chest and explodes into goldenish flames, destroying what's it called, well, the, well, hearts of, well, Kaksu. This is where, well, if you know what the Apollon, what's it called, bow and arrow is, or mostly Apollon, Apollo is kind of like a Greek god, but yeah, if you know about that, but yeah. Since, I don't know, I just wanted to give him this, but yeah. Leave me alone, but yeah. Of course, this is where, well, kind of the Jadish Emperor kind of has a connection with Apollo, because it's just a god, another god, but yeah. Well, if you think of the god of high school, they kind of have Zeus, and Zeus is kind of like a Greek god, but yeah. And so I'm kind of just basing Jadish Emperor from being from, what's it called, like god of high school, but yeah. A little bit. This is just kind of me, just, I don't know. And so, well, Naruto, he changes the bow and arrow back into greenish flames and then dissipates, and this is where he disappears. This is where everyone winds their eyes, with the golden arrow just, right now, burning Kaksu and in an instant turning him to dust. Just fully, just black dust. Well, mostly black ash. This is where, well, when Shikamaru looks up, he sees Naruto. Naruto's greenish eyes, well, mostly his bluish eyes, but they turn green. And this is where Naruto's grinning at him. This is where Shikamaru just looks at him. And of course, he then looks down and says, well, it seems that we won. This is where Ino says, yeah, we did. This is where Ino rushes towards Shikamaru and says, yeah, we won. This is where, well, Shikamaru dodges her because, first of all, Shikamaru's not into her or anything. So, of course, this is where, well, Ino kind of face plants to the ground, but yeah. This is where Krushi says, that's a little harsh. This is where Choji says, we won, what's it called, Shika? This is where, well, Shikamaru does bro a hug, what's it called, well, Choji says, yeah, we won. We did this for what's it called, Asuma-sama. This is where, well, this is where Choji says, yeah. This is where, well, Kakashi says, damn, bros before hoes. That's what he thinks in his head. This is where, well, he then says, well, time to go then. They get back to the village, but yeah. This is where Ino's right now trying to heal her face, mostly just putting medicine, but yeah. She's angry at the fact that Shikamaru did that, but yeah. This is where, well, Shikamaru says, well, I should probably be going towards, well, a village. I'm gonna have to go on a mission. This is where, well, Ino says, so you're going on a solo mission? When they're kind of getting back to the Leaf Village and all that talking. This is where Shikamaru says, yeah, I'm going to the Cloud Village. This is where Ino says, I want to go. This is where Shikamaru says, no. I gotta go because I gotta talk to the Raikage about the, well, Akatsu's and all that. Mostly since we have an alliance with him. This is where Ino says, it's nothing else. Just you talking to him. That's all you're going, right? This is where Shikamaru says, what if I do other things, like talk to someone? What does that make you? This is where, well, Ino says, why would I care if you go talk to someone? This is where, well, Shikamaru just looks at her confusedly, but yeah. Ever since he talks about when Momoseki's face was red, and Ino did talk about if he was in love with someone, this is where Shikamaru never told her anything. Now, Ino kind of had this weird feeling with what's it called Shikamaru after he was just training one day, and every time Ino sees him use his darkness and shadow manipulation, or mostly his shadow manipulation when he was training, and even his darkness manipulation, she kind of started falling more and more to Shikamaru. Because Shikamaru kind of looks like, well, what's it called, Sasuke, but acts completely different from Sasuke. He doesn't brew or act or anything like that. And Shikamaru in this one is much more active in actually training another. So, of course, one day kind of did see him kind of being ripped. Well, a little bit. Well, kind of. But yeah, he was just ripped. That's where, well, always just thought that Shikamaru was lazy and all that, didn't care. Didn't really have muscles on his body, but yeah. But of course, Ino's face was red after seeing that. So of course, she's trying to get along with Shikamaru more and maybe they can hit it off. But Shikamaru doesn't even like her that much, but yeah. Doesn't work well. He likes two other blondes that he actually met. Doesn't work well. Shikamaru gets back to the, what's it called, Leaf Village. And of course, it worked well. He talks to Lady Tsunade about him talking to the Kage, well, not Kage, towards the Raikage, like she ordered. This worked well. Mostly Tsunade nodded and says, then go on. Also, take Naruto with you. This is where, well, Naruto appears right next to Shika and says, hey. This is where, well, Shika sighs and says, fine, let's go, Naruto. This is where Naruto says, yes. This is where, well, when they're leaving, this is where Naruto gives kind of these, sign emotions and all that, and telling what's it called, Tsunade, I got this. I'll figure out what he's into. Or who he's talking to, really. This is where, well, Tsunade kind of gives him thumbs up, but yeah. This is where, well, Shika knows that Naruto is going to try to figure out who's also he's in love with. He's not just in love with one girl, but yeah. This is where, well, we go into a time skip of that. Now, of course, Itachi and Sasuke's battle still happens somewhat. It's just Sasuke has his body much more burnt and much more fucked up before getting to, well, Itachi. The reason why is when Sasuke went to fight against what's it called, Deidara and Tobi, Deidara was actually kind of fighting against him, but when he was actually going to explode and kind of suicide and that, he instead exploded into these greenish flames, like a seal just activated around his body. This is where it was about to try to cover up Sasuke and says, kaboom. This is where, well, this Deidara wasn't actually in control. Instead, he laughed saying, hey, Sasuke. It's been a while. It's me, Naruto, your best friend. Bye. This is where, well, Deidara exploded into green flames that was right in front of Sasuke. Sasuke winded his eyes, and of course he was covered with green flames, and of course his body was burning. Of course, it worked, well, what's it called? Team Taka did actually save him, but of course, Karin couldn't reverse the burn marks. And of course, when Itachi met Sasuke, he was fighting against, well, what's it called, Sasuke. And Sasuke was trying to, well, fight against Itachi. And Itachi seems to not even been playing in the fight and all that. Like, looks like he was trying to kill Sasuke. Like in original canon. Now, of course, it worked well. That was happening. Of course, Sasuke still kind of went to Sano. And even, what's it called, well, Itachi. But Itachi's eyes suddenly turned green. That's where, well, somewhere in the kind of trees, eyes transformed to green. And that's where he says, "It's time, Itachi, for you to kill your little brother." It's where, well, the same pattern of Sharingan appear right in front of Itachi's eyes. And that's where, well, Sasuke says, "Those eyes." He remembers the eyes of when was it called Deidara had them. These eyes are greenish color, and the only one that he can ever remember the greenish color, well, at that, well, one day, in that one day of what's it called when Naruto was fighting against Uchiha, well, the Chicago and his greenish flames appear, mostly a greenish marking and a greenish aura, but yeah. Of course, Naruto's eyes also, he did show what to call Sasuke, the power between them, his greenish eyes. Now, of course, where Sasuke is confused. When? How? He was confused with Deidara and confused more with Itachi. This is where Itachi was walking towards him. Itachi felt like a zombie. He didn't even control his body. He wasn't in control. It was like he was a puppet to only a string. And this is where he pulls out a kunai and went towards Sasuke. Now, of course, Obito is seeing this from far away, and this is where Black Zetsu was also far away, mostly next to what's it called Obito. But this is where, well, someone appeared right next to Black Zetsu, and this is where he touches what's it called Black Zetsu's kind of shoulder and all that, and even his what's it called, well, mostly the shoulder of Black Zetsu. And that's where Naruto, this clone of Naruto, says, "Hello there." Obito widened his eyes, and that's where Black Zetsu widened his eyes. He didn't even notice what's called the touch. That's where he ignited with green flames, destroying both Black and White Zetsu. This is where Obito says, "You again. Son of a bitch." This is where, well, this Naruto clone says, "Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why so hostile? You shouldn't be angry there. Besides, aren't you here to try to revive Madara Uchiha?" This is where Obito says, "I am Madara Uchiha." Quit your bullshit. Quit your bullshitting. I know you're not. And I'm here not to ruin your plans. I don't actually care. I want to fight him. This is where, well, Obito looks at him and narrows his eyes and says, "What?" This is where Naruto says, "I want to fight him." This is where Naruto's grinning. This is where, well, Obito's confused. This is where, well, he then looks down and sees, well, Itachi just takes one of Sasuke's arms, rips it off, mostly just cutting it. Sasuke is screaming in pain, and this is where, well, Itachi looked like he was about to stab the other eye if it wasn't for him to already die. That's where Naruto says, "Would have took the life of Sasuke. Looks like an arm was cut off." This is where, well, Itachi died from the fact that he was still wounded a lot, even though he was manipulated and puppet in control by Naruto with his, what they call, greenish eyes. It seems that, well, he still died and wouldn't be able to manipulate a dead person. So, yeah. The people who are still dying, if Naruto managed to take control of someone who is like dying slowly and they are under control of Naruto for a while, they die and they are free from the, what's it called, curse. The kind of, not curse, mostly the control. That's what Naruto's illusion does, it controls over people. Basically making them their puppets. They don't know this, like all of 5 senses are just thrown out the window from what's it called Naruto's eyes, that power. It's much more powerful than the Tsukuyomi because he is not just throwing someone into some place for like a couple of seconds and torturing them. Naruto legit takes control of them. All of it. This is where Naruto, he does this when he activates his green eyes and does look at one person. And he doesn't even need to look at the person again to activate the control. He just needs to look at them once, glance at them once, and they're under control again. And they will do the commands what Naruto's thinking and telling them to do. And basically, they just need to do those commands. And if they die in the middle of the battle, or they just get their neck sliced or anything, they are dead, and of course the illusion is broken, but yeah. But I know someone's gonna ask me, is that illusion still kind of commands towards what's called reanimations? Well, you're gonna have to find out later, but yeah. Now, of course, where Naruto says, "You should probably go then, Obito Uchiha." This is where Naruto walks past Obito, and right now dispels into greenish flames. This is where Obito winds his eyes and says, "That brat, he's more dangerous than I thought." This is where, well, Obito was just confused. Of course, Naruto was glancing into his one eye, of course, with his greenish eyes, and this was a clone only, and he did do the illusion with Obito. Obito just didn't know. This is where Naruto didn't say or anything. He just glances once, and this is where the clone aura dissipates. That's where Obito went to go take Sasuke, but yeah. This is where, well, both Naruto, the original Naruto, and of course Shikamaru are going to the Cloud Village. Of course, Shikamaru is talking to the Raikage. Even Naruto talks to the Raikage. The Raikage is glad to see Naruto being fine from the last time he saw him. And this is where, well, Naruto actually does talk to, well, Killer B. Sorry for me. Sorry about that hiccuping. But yeah. Of course, this is where, well, we go into, well, Shikamaru just talking to the Raikage. Of course, this is where, well, Naruto does beat Killer B, and of course, Killer B is rapping towards Naruto. And of course, what's it called? The Raikage wants to just punch the living, well, mostly the shit out of what's it called? Well, Killer B for just rapping, because he doesn't want to just make the kid who actually kind of helped him with what's it called, the Kazekage a little bit, and does help him with Orochimaru, just get fucking annoyed with what's it called, Killer B. But yeah, of course, where Naruto isn't that much annoyed, instead he actually raps along, is where his Raikage sighs and says, no, goddammit, no. But yeah, of course that's happening, but yeah. So of course, where, well, that is happening, and of course, where, well, with that happening, Shikamaru is just, after, well, being in the Leaf Village, not Leaf Village, the Cloud Village for a while, he goes off to kind of go talk to someone. Another blondish hair girl with bluish eyes, and of course, her asses are much bigger than, well, when she was younger. But yeah, of course, Shikamaru is just laughing with her, but yeah, this is where, well, she's also laughing and kind of just talking to, well, Shikamaru. And that's where, well, two people kind of look from the corner of like a street, or mostly behind a building. It's where a guy with glasses and having right now look like, well, Killer B. Yes, this is Killer B, and this is where Naruto looks underneath him, because, well, Naruto's a little bit shorter than Killer B, but yeah, because, well, Naruto's 6'1", I think Killer B was probably 6, I want to say 3, probably taller than Naruto, but yeah. This is where, well, Killer B says, yo, what we looking at? This is where, well, Naruto says, blackmail. This is where, well, Killer B saying, so wait, you're here to go blackmail your friend about his love interest? Well, not really blackmail, mostly teasing material, but yeah. This is where, well, Killer B says, yo, isn't that kind of wrong, though? Kinda. You can think about it. But he can always tease me about me having, well, 4 girls. This is where Killer B saying, damn, you popular as hell. Naruto says, yeah, you can say that. This is where, well, Killer B says, so, yo, are you a mastery of the, what's it called, 9-touch and jerky power? This is where Naruto says, yep. This is where Killer B says, yo, we should probably train just so the Kakashis won't take us out. Sure. This is where, well, they go off to actually train instead of just spying on Shika and what's it called, well, Samui, but yeah. This is where, well, they go off, but this is where someone else started spying on Shikamaru and, well, Samui, but yeah. This is where, well, this person is, well, no one. But yeah, yet someone you will already know. But of course, we go off with what's called Killer B and well, mostly not Killer B and Shikamaru. Killer B and, well, Naruto fighting and training. Now, of course, where Naruto's actually putting up a good fight with what's called Killer B. And Killer B also, and yeah. Now, of course, with them kind of fighting and training, but yeah. Of course, we go into a week time skip later. Of course, Naruto's in the Leaf Village, but he's right now outside waiting for someone to come out here. This is where, well, he realizes the sun is coming up, and this is where he hears, almighty puh. This is where, well, before even the attack happening, an arrow smashes into his head, destroying the, what's it called, Diva Path in an instant. Naruto says, what an annoying pest. There they are. This is where Naruto activates his eyes right now, showing the Omega and even the Axolotl symbol or whatever. This is where, well, he already goes into his greenish flame cloak that he looks like into the Jadish Emperor. This is where, well, his hair is right now glowing with greenish power, mostly going into greenish flame. And this is where, well, He says, "Bring it on, you fucking pains of path." Now, of course, he did stop what's it called, Jiraiya from going towards what's called the six paths of pain, so he wouldn't die. And of course, he locked him in basically prison. Yeah, he knocked him out for an entire week before he can go over there and do something stupid. Of course, there's 5 paths going to attack the Leaf Village. They already summoned their animals and about to start sending attacks. And that's where ninjas are actually seeing this, but they're actually all destroyed in an instant. This is where, 2 animals appear. Mostly mostly Hittite, and of course, where the Phoenix. The Phoenix destroyed the animals from the 6 paths of pain, and this is where Naruto appears destroying all the other paths of pain. This is where he grabs one of the rods, stabs himself, and already feels where the leader will be at. This is where he transforms his back into having greenish flame wings and just flying towards them. This is where, he dispels both the Hittite, or mostly the Hittite and Phoenix are still kind of there because they're actually healing people. Mostly the Phoenix is using the flames and Hittite's crying, and of course healing people. Because they were kind of hurt from the rubble and destruction a little bit, but it wasn't much because the Demon Path was actually the one destroying an instant. Yeah, Naruto already noticed this ass so fast. This is where Naruto was right now flying towards a fake kind of tree. He just bursts through in it because, first of all, it's just made out of paper and he's made out of green flames. Yeah, that doesn't shit work. Naruto lands down, and of course he sees, Nagato and Konan. Konan sends papers, but of course Naruto, he burns him on an instant. Naruto says, "Are you done?" This is where Konan was actually about to attack him. This is where Naruto destroys her in an instant, but yeah. And this is where, Nagato says, "No, you won't ruin my plans. Almighty push!" He pushes what's called Naruto, but of course Naruto wasn't affected. This is where Naruto says, "Die." But before anything happens, mostly a spiral happens, and of course, the other person is Obito. Obito rushes towards the car Nagato, where Nagato sending the push straight towards, Naruto. This is where, Nagato's eyes are taken out of, Nagato's eye socket. And this is where, Naruto sees Obito running away and disappearing again with Kamui. Naruto kills Nagato anyway. This is where Naruto kind of grins and saying, "Oh, little Uchiha, you might already think that your plans are going perfectly, but they're gonna fumble anyway." This is where, we go into a time skip of what happened. Of course, this is where all the Kages are kind of meeting up, even Mei from the new Mizukage, but yeah. Now, Mei did become the new Mizukage because after, Yagura suddenly died, she was promoted, but yeah. Of course, everyone is there, even Tsunade, like original canon, but yeah. This is where Naruto's actually acting as one of the bodyguards. And this is where, now, of course, this is where Sasuke still goes to kill, Danzo, which that still happens. Before the Kage's meeting and all that. Of course, we're going to Sasuke almost killing Danzo and all that. And of course, when he kind of kills Danzo, mostly stabs him, this Danzo opened one of his eyes. Of course, the Shinsui eye was already gone, just its normal black eye, and this black eye just became the green jade MS. This is where Danzo was walking towards Sasuke, trying to kill him. This is where Sasuke only had a white Zetsu arm when he's fighting against, Danzo. This is where one of his legs was taken out from Danzo. And Obito also notices. Obito has seen, Deidara, Itachi, and even, Danzo having these eyes. That's where he's kind of confused. How and when did that brat have the time to be able to take control over them? And how? This is where, Obito had to dodge when he heard a voice saying, "Hello there, Obito Uchiha. Are you training that little Uchiha to right now use his MS? You know he will never be able to. He's too weak and too fragile. I'm just trying to kill him slowly. You tell him that he's all pathetic and weakling, he will never be able to catch me." This is where the Naruto clone poofed away after Danzo dying out of the fact that he was stabbed by Sasuke still, mostly using the sword of the Susanoo, or mostly not sword, an arrow. And of course we're Obito did use Kamui on him, but yeah. Of course, when Obito wanted to take the eye out of, Danzo, mostly the eye that had the controlment, it doesn't have the eye, the special kind of illusion eye on it. It seems like it's an actual illusion. That's what Obito thinks. Did he put an illusion on himself? This is when Obito tries to release himself, stab himself, and all them other things, thinking that Naruto might have already taken control of him, but he's not affected, he is still himself. Now, the one thing he can't check on himself fully is thanks to the fact that black and white sisters were destroyed. He can't find black and white sisters, so basically Madara as well destroying an instant there. So, of course, with that happening, he's just so damn confused with, the boy named Naruto. Naruto Uzumaki Uchiha. But of course, he does manage to get the eyes of Sasuke and, kind of like switch him out with, Itachi. That still happens. Now we go into the Kage meeting. Of course, where Obito appears, or mostly Sasuke and Obito. Sasuke is right now not on top, no. The meeting would have started already there, but no. Of course, Obito appears already in the meeting, saying, I want to start the Great War, the Fourth Great War. As where, the Kazekage, the right Kage, and not Temari, Tsunade are already on board with the alliance together. Mei, she's already on board, and even Inoki somewhat, but yeah. This is where Naruto could have easily took out Obito there, but not really. Now we go into the war arc. The war has already begun. Everyone is attacking and all that. Now, Naruto, he would have been with Killer Bee training, but Naruto already has a master of his power, so of course he doesn't need to. But yeah, he's already in the war destroying, White Zetsus, using clones of himself, but all of them being different elements. And they already know the separate from imposter to actual real people. So of course that is happening. Now, of course, where Naruto is mostly kind of arching over with the Asif and Laura kind of fight against the White Zetsus, and even the reanimations. Yes, the reanimations still appear thanks to, Kabuto being perfected in the Sage arc of the not White Snake, mostly as was it called, the Snakes, but yeah. That's where Naruto's grinding, but yeah. This is where he gets to the desert, and of course, where Madara appears fighting against everyone, but yeah. Now Madara is saying, you people will not be able to take me on. This is where, someone appears right in front of, the alliance that's right now fighting against Madara. This is none other than Naruto. Naruto kind of walks towards Madara, slowly, very calm. This is where Madara says, who are you? This is where, he then looks at, Naruto closely, and for some reason he got the kind of this effect in memory of like Izuna, and this is where Naruto says, so, older brother, it looks like that you're a reanimation, and I'm a reincarnation. So what is happening now? Are you trying to take over the world? This is where, Madara says, who are you exactly? Why do you call me brother? Reincarnation, don't tell me. Did you finally figure it out, Madara? I know you're a little bit slower than I was when we were little, but you don't need to be this slow. You don't gotta act. You don't need to really prove that you're this slow against your younger brother. Me, Izuna. This is where, Madara won his eyes and said, no, I refuse to believe that. No, Izuna died. No shit, I died, you idiot. What do you think? I'm a reincarnation, moron. This is where Madara says, I'm going to have to stop you, because I can't let you stop my plan. This is where Naruto appears smashing his fist into Madara. Madara launches and smashes into multiple, those big, kind of mountain-looking rubble of earth and all that. Spikes, not really spikes, but yeah. This is where he smashes into 3 of them, and this is where, Madara gets up and says, damn. Didn't expect it to be this strong as Izuna. This is where Izuna appears right in front of him, mostly Naruto, right now kneeing him in the face, but yeah. Also, let me go into a flashback. I forgot to mention this, but Naruto one day when he was kind of walking around the Leaf Village after destroying Pain and all that, he was in the Leaf Village and a portal appears, mostly being kind of gringish, so of course he jumps through it, and of course met someone who was actually different from him, having white hair and these orange markings. Now, Naruto did fight him, and of course this person was none other than Tobirama Naruto, and he was Izuna Naruto. Now, of course, they both clashed, and of course, Naruto woke up and realized that it must have been just a dream. Because no way Toriyama would have been reincarnated into, like, another world from himself being Toriyama. Ugh, he didn't want to think about that, but yeah. But we go back into Naruto right now fighting against Madara. Now, I forgot to mention that, but yeah, sorry about that. This is where, well, both Madara and Naruto were just clashing, fighting against each other. Of course, this is where Naruto wasn't even activating his Sharingan or anything. This is where Madara was right now on the verge of, well, he was already having his Sharingan activated. He was trying to fight against Naruto. But of course, Naruto was easily fighting at him, just laughing and all that. Now, of course, Naruto, he then made a clone to go towards, well, the other reanimation. And this is where the reanimation kind of looked into the eyes of Naruto. And this clone Naruto, this is where he had the greenish flames, well, mostly the greenish eyes. And this is where, well, Obito, well, not Obito, Toby says, yes, sir. Reanimation cancel. This is where, well, he started canceling all the reanimations. This is where, well, all the reanimations were right now being brought back towards what they call up in the air, but yeah. Now, Sasuke was actually fighting against Itachi. Itachi was under control of Naruto. Even though he was a reanimation, even though he was brought back to life, he just got back into the control of, well, what's it called? Naruto. Deidara was also there. Danzo was also there. And of course, they were trying to kill, what's it called? Sasuke. And of course, Sasuke gets angry. The fact that his old enemies are coming back just trying to kill him. Even though they were dead and should have been dead, but they're back alive and now they're being brought back into, well, hell or heaven. But yeah, this is where, well, Kabuto kind of realized that he fucked up and realized that all the reanimations are gone after he was lost out of his control. Because, well, yeah, he was no longer under the control of, well, what's it called, Naruto. And this is where, well, Kabuto says, how? No, this is he coughed up blood. This is where he looks behind him, while the real Kabuto and sees other than a Naruto clone. This Naruto's clone says, goodbye, forever. Greenish flame explosion nuclear style. Boom! This clone dispels, and this is where huge green flame burst destroys Kabuto and the area he was in. This is where, well, Madara was actually being, He was about to be thrown out of, the reanimation and all that. And this is where he says, no. This is where he activates the Renegon and, of course, does the Reni Rebirth. Or not Reni Rebirth. Mostly Obito appears next to him doing the Reni Rebirth. Because he realized that the reanimation were gone. This is where Obito did give one of the eyes, and yeah. One of the eyes. This is where Madara had one of his eyes, still. The other side, he had the, well, MS Sharingan. That's where both Obito and Madara happened to be in trouble around Naruto. Naruto just laughing at them, but yeah. Now, of course, this is where, well, Obito summons out the Ghetto statue, and this is where the Ghetto statue is roaring right in front of Naruto, but yeah. This is where Madara says, I'm sorry, Izuna, but I will not let you stop me. That's where Naruto says, oh, is that how we're gonna play? Fine. Summoning style Hete boss. This is where the Hete boss appears, and of course the Hete boss looks to be extremely bigger. As, well, not as big, just big enough, the same size as, well, the Ghetto statue. Or mostly not Ghetto statue, the Ten Tails. This is where the Ten Tails is roaring, this is where Hete is roaring also. This is where Hete can see that the Ten Tails is nothing but evil. It must be purified from this world. That's where Naruto's grinning at Madara and saying, do you think you have the only type of beast that's big enough to destroy this world? I'm not stupid, Madara. I was never that stupid. That's where Madara looks at, Izuna, who's the reincarnation, and this is where, well, both of them are looking at each other. This is where Naruto's eyes turn green, and this is where Madara looks at it and says, those eyes. This is where, well, he tries to somehow block the, well, Genjutsu and all that, because he knows what Genjutsu that is. He's been with, Izuna for a while. He tried to even take, Izuna's eyes. When Izuna died, thanks to Toriyama, he tried to take them and even activate the Jadish kind of power. The problem is, that never happened. So he does know about the Jadish power that Izuna has. This is where Izuna has told Madara. This is where Madara, he says, how? I could have never activated those eyes. This is where, well, Toby was confused, and this is where, well, say not Toby, Obito was confused, and this is where, well, Izuna grinned, saying, "Oh, silly older brother of mine, these eyes were only for those who are, well, descendants of God, somewhat. I guess you weren't chosen because you were evil and the intent that you wanted to use these eyes to kill the, well, Senju mostly. I never did use them against the Senju because I did have a promise of the Hete and all that. That's why I only told you about it a little bit. You would never be able to use them because you are only an evil person. I know how much of an evil person, arrogant you are. You're never nice to animals and never nice to anyone." That's where, well, Madara grits his teeth at, well, to call Izuna. Izuna says, "Sorry about that, brother. But it's a hard truth and reality. You will never be able to have these eyes." This is where Madara says, "Damn it!" This is where he sends with the call. Well, the Tentos send a Biju Bomb. And this is where the Hete sent a very powerful water style to smash against a Biju Bomb. And right now it's just imploding it up in the air and right now dispelling. Right now water is falling down from the sky. This is where, well, Madara says, "Damn it!" This is where, well, Obito says, "So you know what those eyes can do?" That's where Naruto looks at Obito and says, "Oh, Obito Uchiha, do you know you're under my control already? You remember that one time we met? Well, mostly my clone met you? You've been under my control this whole time. Now kill Madara." This is where mostly Obito stabs Madara and Madara goes, "No!" This is where he punches Obito away, kind of clashing him down to the ground. And of course, commanding the Tentos to crush Obito. So of course, killing Obito. This is where, well, Naruto says, "Do you think you kill him? You realize he has Kamo in it. It's such an annoying ability, don't you think, Madara?" Obito appears behind, well, was it called, to attack with the call Madara. And Madara right now just punches him away. Of course, taking his Sharingan eye out of his socket. And this is where, well, the Rinnegan is still with the call, well, Obito. So of course, Obito managed to break through with the Rinnegan. And this is where he says, "Damn it." This is where Madara says, "Why couldn't you do that before?" "I don't know. At least you took out my eye, meaning that I could have done it with the Rinnegan." That's where, well, Madara says, "I knew." "Well, now you can't take control of Obito, can you?" That's where, well, Naruto says, "Yeah, I know that. That's why, brother. I always knew. Even though my eyes had a limit towards fighting against the Rinnegan might be impossible, it was never too impossible." This is where Naruto was grinning. And this is where everyone in the Shinobi Alliance are right now seeing this battle, this epic clash of battle versus Naruto Uchiha versus Madara. Now, of course, this is where, well, Madara seems to be scuffling with his own teammate like Obito, but it seems they're good now. This is where, well, Naruto says, Hete Naruto. And this is where Naruto says, "You're good then." This is where Naruto, he takes off his jacket, mostly his grayish jacket and all that. And this is where, well, he also takes off his shirt. And this is where multiple females of the Shinobi Alliance right now have a blood nose and just kind of dies. No, I'm just kidding, but for real. This is where they all see the ripped body of Naruto. This is where some of the dudes say, "Damn!" This is where everyone is just like shocked. This is where, well, Laura, Estef, and Evo, they call Tayuya, and, well, as it called, Mogi kind of sees this and they almost died altogether. This is where, well, Naruto has this Jadish Sage mark. And that's where Naruto says, "You see here, brother. I knew that I might have had to go against the Rinnegan. I knew about the Rinnegan's existence. You think I'm stupid or something? No, the Hite also knows about that. That's why I wanted to actually fight you with this power. The power for true God, not against the Sage's Sixth Path. The Sage's Sixth Path is pretty much like a demigod. Well, all Utsuzukis are kind of like demigods somewhat. But I have the true power for actual God, Madara, my brother." This is where, well, Naruto's body right now started spreading with these symbols of the greenish kind of glow. But yeah. Now, of course, Sasuke, he didn't bring back Orochimaru, I should mention. Because Orochimaru, he didn't bring back the Kage somewhat, but yeah. Because, you see here, when Sasuke killed him and all them other things, and of course, he didn't betray Obito or anything, but yeah. Oh, wait. Yeah. So, of course, Orochimaru didn't actually got brought back to life. Team Taka was actually kind of helped by a little bit by the Leaf Village because Naruto did meet them, but yeah. Sasuke was still with, what's it called, Obito, but Obito did betray him because, fuck it, he doesn't need someone being useless like him. Being too arrogant and useless at the same time, but yeah. Of course, well, Sasuke sees the marking and all that, and this is where Naruto, the marking spreads all over his body, and of course, they're all green color, and this is where Naruto says, "Behold the true power of a god." This is where the markings right now lights up, and this is where Naruto's entire body lights up like a Christmas tree. This is where he exploded green flames. This is where when he gets out of the green flames, he is all just overpowered. His chakra is just greenish color, but of course it's much more powerful than the Ten Tails. His eyes, they're completely different now. They look like the Rinnegan, but the Rinnegan that kind of has, what's it called? Well, so this is the eye that Naruto appears right in front of him. It has what's called, well, 9 tomoes in total, but they're green. Of course, having the kind of axle and also the omega in his eyes. And of course, being green entirely. Now, the power that Naruto looks like, it looks like what's it called, Yuno's kind of spiritual mode, but yeah. Now, it looks similar to Yuno's spiritual mode, but of course, Naruto's hair is right now glowing to be in greenish flames, and a crown does appear on top of his head, similar to what's it called, like Majin or even Morty's kind of like little halo thing, but right there. But it's called dark green and all that. Of course, 4 wings appear behind Naruto, but they're all greenish flames. And of course, well, Naruto looks at what's it called, well, at Madara with it. But this is where Naruto, right now, he says, this is called the Jadish, well, mostly, this is called the Jaden form. The god, well, mostly Jaden Emperor form, Madara. But I shouldn't just leave this form without another power. You see here, I might be able to use this power, but I also have something else that you used a long time ago to fight against Hashirama. And we kind of hate you somewhat. Well, he hates you a lot, so don't worry about it. That's where Kurama says, "I'm ready, kid." He says, "Then bring it on." Kurama right now exploded with Naruto's power. Right now transforming the greenish color. Well, still having the greenish color, but Nine Tails spread behind Naruto. Of course, being goldenish, but then turn into greenish color. This is where, well, it's goldenish greenish color, like a very yellowish greenish. So yeah. Of course, where, well, Naruto's eyes then have a slick in the middle. This is where, well, Naruto, he is grinning, saying, "So, Kurama," or not Kurama, "So, Madara, how do you like this power?" This is where both of the Obito, the Ten Tails, and Madara can see this godly power. The Ten Tails doesn't even know if he can actually defeat this. This is where, well, with Naruto, he right now puts his hand on top of Hite, and Hite right now transforms to have the Omega and Axel symbol together, and having the Rinnegan. This is where he also exploded into green flames, but of course having this bluish color also around him. Right now, his power has increased also with having 10 tails behind him also. This is where, well, he grins, and right now kind of like does like ha ha ha. You know the dog stuck out his tongue, but yeah. So it's like, but yeah. Of course, where, well, something else happens. Naruto activates making a sword right in front of him appear. This sword is called. This is where, well, he says Blade of Takagata. This is where the blade appears. It looks to be metallic, but this is where it exploded into green flames with orange at the same time, reddish. This is where Naruto grins. Of course, where, well, there's like 5 little hair lights of Naruto's top of his forehead right now appearing also. This is where, well, Naruto grins and says, "Let's do this, Hetaka." This is where, well, mostly he says, Joss. Did I call him Jocelyn or, well, I forgot what was his name. Again, the leader of the boss, but yeah, I'm gonna call him, what's it called? I'm gonna call him Shinkai. This is where he says, "Shinkai, let's do this." Shinkai and Naruto rushes towards Madara. And of course, where Shinkai right now sends a powerful water boat with Jadish flames in it straight towards the tentacles, obliterating it, pushing it away. This is where Madara and Obito are landing down to the ground. But this is where Naruto appears, slashing at Obito, killing him in an instant. This is where Madara tries to fight against Naruto. This is where Madara uses Susanoo's armor, but this is where Naruto also uses Susanoo's armor. Naruto Susanoo's armor is a lightish green color. This is where he swings down right into Madara Susanoo. This is where Madara perfects it, and this is where Naruto does the same. Now, of course, he had to dodge the swing of the armor first before he perfected. This is where they both perfected, and this is where they both fight. Now, this is where Naruto Susanoo did actually manage to cut through Madara Susanoo in an instant. This is where Madara is actually landing down to the ground. This is where Naruto appears with the Takamaka blade and stabbing it into Madara's heart. This is where Madara coughs up blood and says, "Yeah, no, Naruto. No, Izuna, you can't do this. I'm your brother." That's where Naruto says, "I'm sorry, Madara. Even though you're my brother, and I love you and all that, your evil actions should not be, well, not judge. I am basically the judge of this world. The reason why I died against, Tobirama is because I could have seen a little bit of good inside him. A little bit, but I didn't expect him to be so racist in the end, but whatever. But your evil actions, you slaughtering things and then taking them, blah blah blah. I can see that all. You see here, me spending in the Hatake, or not Hatake, mostly in the, when Naruto spends like 4 years in the Hete world, pretty much he actually could have used his eyes to see further in the past of what happened to Madara. This is where, he saw all the cruel things that Madara has done just for world peace. And of course, couldn't allow Madara to live anymore. This is where Naruto says, "I will kill you and send you to the Pure Lands." No, I won't send you to the Pure Lands. I will obliterate you so your soul may also live on, much more powerful in the next life. Well, not next life, just send you to another world. I want to forgive you. I want you to forgive the human world. I want you to live normally, not evilly, please. This is where, Madara looks at Izuna's reincarnation, and just kind of uses his hand to touch Naruto's face, and say, "Fine, I'll take this chance. But if the human world, this place, does anything evil, I promise I'm gonna have to break your promise." Naruto says, "Then go ahead." This is where, Madara, he started dissipating to green flames, and this is where, he just grins at Izuna kind of grins him back. Gives him a nice smile. This is where Madara dissipates. This is where, Obito is right now being dying in one half, and this is where Naruto says, "Also for you, I'm gonna just send you to the peaceful world. Not gonna lie, your actions, you're just a simp." This is where, Obito's like, "You're not gonna give me anything heartwarming or anything? Bitch, I don't even know you. The only thing I know about you, you're Obito Uchiha, and you died to a rock. Well, somewhat. If Madara didn't save you, you would have died to a rock. And also, bro, you were doing this whole war thanks to a girl. No, I'm not gonna fucking help you. You can die. I don't give a shit. This Shinigami can take your soul. Who the hell do I look like I care? No, I don't." This is where, Naruto walks away, but yeah. But this is where he goes to actually destroy the Tentacles. Mostly just split in half, and right now bringing back the Jinchurikis, or mostly tell peace back. This is where, he does that, and this is where he sees behind him was the Sage of Six Path. This is the Sage of Six Path says, "Thank you." This is where, Naruto looks away and says, "I wasn't doing this for you. I was doing this because I wanted to. Besides, the gods has blessed me, not you. You might have been blessed with knowledge and all that, but your stupid actions were to give it to humans. Gods already knew what's best for humans, and that was never to give power to humans. Because your stupid actions, what you did, was causing 5 different wars. You idiot." This is where the Sage of Six Path kind of saddened, and still kind of grins a little bit at Naruto, and says, "But you were born, and you help everyone. I only help myself and my ghoul. So I guess you can still say I'm human." This is where, the Sage of Six Path understand this is Pierce. Of course, telling what's it called the other tailpiece bye and all that were fully. And this is where, well, the Nine Tails did tell bye to his father, but yeah. Of course, where, well, Sasuke appears and saying, Naruto! This is where Naruto cuts his head off in an instant and just walks away. Ching! Yeah, doesn't give a shit. He kills him in an instant. Fuck this shit. He says, I'm already dealing with Madara, my older brother, and that stupid Uchiha, and then the Sage of Six Path. I don't need to deal with your shit. So basically, Sen was a call Sasuke to the, well, afterworld. But yeah, this is where, well, we go into a time skip. We go into a time skip of, well, the world being in peace. Right now, it's been over 10 years later. Naruto is now 27, but of course, he is called the Jaden Emperor of, well, the Five Great Nations. Yes, he actually became somewhat like an emperor. Of course, where, well, he has about 5 kids entirely. And of course, all of them seems to be able to use, not even the Jade Emperor's kind of greenish flames like he can, but a different type of power. But they're still similar to connected to the Jade Emperor. But yeah, but not entirely in green flames, but in something else. Of course, all of them has, well, Sharingans a little bit, but of course they all have like 3 to more Sharingans. But yeah, they all train with their father. Pretty damn strong to kind of train with their father, but yeah, even since they were born. But yeah, Naruto's sign, but yeah. This is where Naruto's 27, and of course his children are at least like 10 to even 9, but yeah. The oldest one should be 11, but yeah. This is where, well, Naruto sighs and says, God damn it. This is where, well, not 10 to 11, no. There would have been like 8 tours with a car. 8 tours, well, 9. Yeah, you know, no, not 9. 8 tours with a car, 7, so yeah, the oldest will be 8. Now, of course, some of them has what's called reddish hair with black. Some of them has what's called black hair with what's called greenish hair. Some of them has black with what's called bluish hair, and the others has black with what's called brownish hair. But yeah, this is where, well, 2 of them has black with brownish hair. One of them has greenish hair. One of them has bluish hair, and the other one has what's called, well, reddish hair. But yeah. Now, of course, where, well, he has 4 wives entirely. But yeah. Now, of course, Naruto, since he is called the Jaden Emperor, multiple people always asking for help, but yeah. Not in wars, mostly in healing people, but yeah. Since he is the mythical summoning user to summon out either the Phoenix or even the Hittite, but yeah. Or even the Foxes, because he does have a contract for those 3. Now, of course, well, with that happening, this world is now very peaceful. No one's actually starting wars, not the 5 great nations, because when they are actually thinking of going against Naruto, they rather not, because he's basically a god. If he can destroy the 10 tails in an instant by splitting them in half and putting them back into the tail beast, then they say fuck that. Of course, the tail beasts live in peaceful and lonely and all that. They rather not deal with humans, but yeah, mostly the tail beasts, not the Jinchurikis. But yeah, this is where, well, like, what's it called, other Utsuzukis and all that might have tried to came to this planet, but when they heard about the Jaden Emperor, even an Utsutsuki king heard about the Jaden Emperor, they said fuck that and didn't want to go to Earth to fight him. The Utsutsuki king knows about the Jaden Emperor, and if there's someone there right now living in that world, then he doesn't want to displease the real Jaden Emperor. Because he was thinking of going to that world if it wasn't for the actual Jaden Emperor to appear right in front of him and stopping him by legit forcing him down to his knees. The Utsutsuki king does not want to fight an actual god. This is where we go into that kind of action. The Utsutsuki king was about to get to Earth with his others to just take the power of this human who had the Jaden Emperor's powers. But before even getting there, a guy with longish reddish hair, 5 orange highlights of hair, kind of just around his forehead, or near there. Well, not near there, mostly on top. But of course had a sword next to him, and had a Hittite next to him, a small one. As to where, well, the Jaden Emperor says, you know, you shouldn't be going towards that planet. I have a successor there. Mostly he was able to use greenish flames, but still, none the other. He was a successor. You see here, I won't let you take the powers of his, because if you do, I slaughter your entire race. the king didn't care that much and was about to just fly past the god because he thinks the god wasn't going to do anything. But the god destroyed half of race of the Utsukis. And I mean, he legit said big bang, boom, destroyed half of them. There was only a couple left, and the Utsutsuki planet was almost destroying halfly. This is where the king was bowed down to his knees, right now realizing that he's fighting an actual god. King Emperor says, like I said, stay the fuck down, you pathetic weakling. The Jade Emperor takes his leave, and of course, cuts what's it called a rift right in front of him, and decides to walk away and leave. The Utsutsuki King was terrified. He could have died. He realized that he can't go to planet Earth, or he will die from the actual Jaden Emperor. Because the Jaden Emperor did give him a fucking warning. This is where, well, we go back to Naruto just kind of relaxing, but yeah. This is where he felt, was it called, in the near future he will be fine. He felt like someone actually did protect him. But this is where Naruto is just grateful for whoever he got protected by. Because he can now live a long life with his family. But yeah, but this is the end of this what if. Yes, the end of this kind of what if Naruto was a reincarnation of Izuna Uchiha. But yeah. So, this is the end of this what if, and I did take a little bit long. It was about to be 2 hours, so I had to just hurry this up. I didn't want to take 2 hours. But other than that, so yes, this is the end, meaning that, well, I'll be making new what ifs, maybe, or just kind of finishing the old what if Naruto's and all that. Like, what if Naruto was beaten near to death, and also I'm going to finish some of the Black Clover what ifs, and also some of the Jujutsu Kaisen what ifs, maybe. Maybe I'll wait until the anime comes, or maybe I'll just do it through the manga. But other than that, yeah, I'm going to end it off here. Bye-bye, potato, and good night. Bye.